Ladies and gentlemen, warriors and dreamers, let me ask you one question. How badly do you want it? I mean, how badly do you want the life you dream of? The success you crave? The freedom? The happiness? The power? Because if your answer isn't more than anything, you're still playing small. You see, life doesn't hand out greatness on a silver platter. Life doesn't reward the meek, the timid, or the lazy. Life rewards the relentless, the bold, the ones who dare to go after what they want like their lives depend on it. If you're not ready to fight tooth and nail for what you want, let me tell you now, you're not ready for greatness. But that can change. Right here, right now. You were born with fire inside of you. Every single one of you. It's in your veins. It's in your DNA. It's the same fire that helped humanity conquer mountains, build empires, and defy impossible odds. But somewhere along the way, society told you to tame that fire, to conform, to blend in, to settle. They told you to stay safe, to play it cool, to be nice. Well, I'm here to tell you, and no more. It's time to reclaim your fire. It's time to break free from the chains of mediocrity. It's time to become a savage. What does it mean to be a savage? It means being unstoppable. It means waking up every day with a purpose so strong it shakes your soul. It means refusing to quit, no matter how many times life knocks you down. It means going after your goals with such intensity that people stop and stare. A savage doesn't wait for permission. A savage doesn't care about approval. A savage doesn't waste time making excuses. When you become a savage, you embrace the struggle. You welcome the pain, the sweat, the tears. Because you know that every ounce of effort, every moment of discomfort is sharpening you. It's forging you into something unstoppable. It's making you stronger, harder, and hungrier. Listen to me. The world isn't going to hand you your dreams. You have to rip them out of its hands. You have to show up every single day, ready to fight for what's yours. And when the world says, you can't, you say, watch me. Being a savage means you don't take no for an answer. You don't stop when you're tired. You stop when you're done. And here's the truth. Nobody is born a savage. You become one. Through discipline, through action, through a mindset that refuses to settle. A savage doesn't just set goals, they own them. A savage doesn't just dream, they do. A savage doesn't just talk, they deliver. It's not about being perfect. It's about being relentless. It's about having the guts to keep going when everyone else would quit. It's about standing tall, even when the weight of the world is trying to crush you. Look at the legends, the trailblazers, the icons. None of them got there by being ordinary. They got there because they were willing to do what others wouldn't. They got there because they embraced the savage within. Now, let me tell you something crucial. Being a savage isn't just about chasing success. It's about chasing your best self. It's about becoming the version of you that you were always meant to be. When you become a savage, you stop comparing yourself to others. You stop worrying about who's ahead or behind. Because the only competition that matters is you versus you. Every day is a battle against your old self. Every day is a chance to be better, stronger, smarter, faster. And every day, you choose. Will I rise? Or will I stay the same? A savage knows the answer before the question is even asked. A savage always rises. So, what's holding you back? Fear? Doubt? Comfort? Whatever it is, it's time to destroy it. It's time to break through every barrier standing in your way. Because here's the thing, life is short, and you don't get a second chance. When your time is up, will you look back and say, I played it safe? Or will you look back and say, I gave it everything I had? A savage leaves no regrets. A savage doesn't wait for the perfect moment. They make the moment perfect. A savage doesn't sit on the sidelines. They're in the arena, fighting for what they believe in. You were not put on this earth to be ordinary. You were not put here to blend in. You were put here to break the mold, to defy the odds, to set the world on fire. So stop holding back. Stop playing small. Stop doubting your greatness. It's time to unleash your potential. It's time to wake up the savage inside of you. Decide today, decide now, that you will no longer settle, that you will no longer let fear control you, that you will no longer accept anything less than the life you deserve, because you have what it takes. You have the fire. You have the power. You have the savage within. Now go out there and show the world who you are. Go out there and make your mark. Go out there and become the legend you were born to be. It's your time, your moment, your destiny. A savage doesn't just survive. A savage thrives. A savage doesn't wait for opportunities. They create them. A savage doesn't shy away from the storm. They become the storm. And let me tell you something. The world will try to tame you. It will tell you to calm down, to take it easy, to be realistic. But realistic never changed the world. Realistic never built empires or broke records. Realistic is just another word for settling, and settling isn't in a savage's vocabulary. You are here to disrupt. You are here to shake the foundations. You are here to prove that limits exist only in the mind. When the going gets tough, the savage gets tougher. When life hits hard, the savage hits harder. When everyone else quits, the savage digs deeper. Because savages don't run from the grind. They embrace it. Savages don't fear failure. They learn from it. Savages don't wait for motivation. They rely on discipline. Understand this. The savage mindset isn't for the faint of heart. It's not for those who want comfort over growth. It's for those who are willing to do whatever it takes to become the best version of themselves. It's for those who know that every scar tells a story of resilience. Every bruise is proof of their fight. And every setback is just a setup for their comeback. A savage understands that success isn't a straight line. It's messy. It's hard. It's full of failures and frustrations. But a savage keeps going because they know the reward is worth the struggle. Let me ask you this. How many times have you let fear stop you? How many times have you let doubt hold you back? How many times have you played small because you were afraid of what others might think? A savage doesn't ask for permission to be great. A savage doesn't need approval to chase their dreams. A savage knows that the only opinion that matters is the one they hold about themselves. So stop apologizing for your ambition. Stop shrinking to fit into someone else's expectations. Stop pretending to be less than you are just to make others comfortable. You are not here to fit in. You are here to stand out. You are here to shine so bright that you light up the world. And yes, there will be haters. There will be doubters. There will be people who try to tear you down. But remember this. A savage doesn't fight to prove them wrong. A savage fights to prove themselves right. A savage fights because they know what they're capable of. When the noise gets loud, a savage tunes it out. When the distractions come, a savage stays focused. When the pressure builds, a savage rises to the occasion. Because being a savage is about more than just strength. It's about mental toughness. It's about emotional resilience. It's about believing in yourself even when the odds are stacked against you. And let me remind you, greatness isn't about luck. It's about showing up every single day, no matter how you feel. It's about putting in the work when no one is watching. It's about doing the hard things when it would be so much easier to quit. A savage doesn't wait for the perfect conditions. They don't wait for the stars to align. They take what they have and make it work. They take the pain and turn it into power. They take the struggle and turn it into strength. They take every obstacle and turn it into an opportunity. And when the world tells them it's impossible, they smile and say, "Watch me." When the world tells them they're crazy, they say, "Good. I wasn't born to be normal." When the world tells them to give up, they say, "I've only just begun." A savage doesn't back down from a challenge. They rise to it. They embrace it. They conquer it. Because here's the truth. The savage life isn't for everyone. It's for the hungry. It's for the brave. It's for those who are willing to put everything on the line for what they believe in. So ask yourself, are you ready to live like a savage? Are you ready to go all in? Are you ready to give it everything you've got? Because there's no halfway. There's no dipping your toe in the water. You either dive in or stay on the shore. The choice is yours. You can stay comfortable, stay safe, stay the same. Or you can step into the fire, unleash your inner savage, and transform your life. And let me tell you, the fire isn't something to fear. It's where you're forged. It's where you're tested. It's where you're made. So burn bright, burn fierce, burn with the passion and purpose of a true savage. Because the world doesn't need more people who play it safe. The world needs warriors. The world needs leaders. The world needs you. Now go out there and prove to yourself what you've always known deep down, that you are unstoppable, that you are unbreakable, that you are a savage. Being a savage is not just a mindset, it's a lifestyle. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing what needs to be done, not what's easy to do. It's about mastering the art of consistency. A savage knows that greatness is built in the small, everyday actions. Every rep at the gym, every hour spent honing their craft, every choice to stay disciplined when temptation whispers in their ear. When the alarm clock rings, a savage doesn't hit snooze. They get up even when the bed feels warm and inviting. They rise even when their body begs for 5 more minutes. Because a savage knows that every moment counts. Every decision matters. Every step forward brings them closer to their dreams. A savage doesn't just work hard. They work smart. They strategize. They plan. They adapt. They understand that success isn't just about effort, it's about direction. And they make sure every ounce of their energy is channeled toward their goals. You won't find a savage wasting time on things that don't matter. They don't scroll endlessly on social media. They don't gossip or complain. They don't let their energy be drained by negativity. Instead, they protect their focus like it's their most valuable asset. Because it is. Focus is the fuel that drives the savage forward, and distractions are the chains that try to hold them back. A savage breaks those chains. They don't let anything or anyone stand in their way. They don't apologize for their ambition. They don't tone themselves down to make others comfortable. If their fire intimidates people, so be it. If their drive makes others uncomfortable, that's not their problem. A savage knows that their journey is their own. They don't need validation. They don't need applause. They don't need anyone to tell them they're doing the right thing. Because deep down, they already know. They know that every sacrifice is worth it. They know that every late night, every early morning, every moment of struggle is building something extraordinary. A savage doesn't fear the grind. They thrive in it. They understand that pain is temporary, but growth is forever. They welcome the challenges, because challenges are what make them stronger. When others see obstacles, a savage sees opportunities. When others complain about the struggle, a savage embraces it. When others quit, a savage keeps going. Because a savage knows that the only way out is through the pain, through the doubt, through the fear. And on the other side, victory, freedom, greatness. But let me tell you something. Being a savage isn't just about winning. It's about becoming the person who deserves to win. It's about transforming yourself into someone unstoppable. A savage doesn't cut corners. They don't look for shortcuts. They do it the hard way, because they know that's where the real rewards are. And when the hard way gets harder, they don't back down. They rise up. They dig deep. Because a savage has something that can't be taught. Heart. The kind of heart that keeps beating, even when the world tries to break it. The kind of heart that refuses to give up, no matter how tough things get. A savage knows that every storm eventually passes. Every dark night is followed by a sunrise. Every struggle is shaping them into the warrior they were meant to be. So they keep fighting. They keep pushing. They keep believing. Even when the odds are against them. Even when the critics are loud. Even when the road ahead seems impossible. Because a savage knows that impossible is just a word. It's a word used by people who gave up too soon. It's a word used by people who didn't have the courage to keep going. A savage doesn't believe in limits. They don't let fear dictate their choices. They don't let failure define their journey. They know that every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every failure is a lesson. Every loss is a step toward victory. And here's the thing. Being a savage isn't about being fearless. It's about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It's about stepping into the unknown, even when your knees are shaking. A savage doesn't need guarantees. They don't need certainty. All they need is faith. The faith in themselves and in their ability to figure it out. So stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting for the stars to align. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission. You don't need permission to chase your dreams. You don't need permission to live the life you deserve. You don't need permission to become a savage. All you need is the decision. The decision to commit. The decision to go all in. The decision to never give up. Because once you make that decision, nothing can stop you. Not fear. Not failure. not the opinions of others. When you become a savage, you become unstoppable. You become the kind of person who doesn't just survive, but thrives. You become the kind of person who inspires others to do the same. And isn't that what it's all about? Living a life so bold, so fearless, so unapologetically you that it lights a fire in everyone around you. That's the power of the savage mindset. It doesn't just transform your life. It transforms the lives of everyone you touch. So rise up. Step into your power. Embrace the savage within, because the world needs you. Your family needs you. Your dreams need you. This is your time, your moment, your destiny. Become a savage, and never, ever look back.